The New Forest National Park, located in Hampshire, is one of England's biggest national parks and is home to some of the most beautiful views and protected animals England has to offer. It's an area that is maintained by park rangers and helpful civilians that wish to preserve and nurture the sacred nature. We decided to interview one of the rangers to get their verdict on ways the younger generation can look after and maintain the nature around them.
Yes, my name is Hayden Bridgman and I'm North Area Ranger for the National Park Authority. So our role is predominantly engagement, so we help people understand how to protect the national park by going out and engaging and educating the public. So we do that through patrols, whether it's by van, on bike or by foot, and we go into different car parks and we do pop-up events and engagement sessions with different games. We also run different activities like guided walks, and our job changes season to season, so we go from ground nesting birds in the spring summer to talking about fungi and how people can protect the deer in the autumn, and we do litter picks and basically talk to as many people as possible throughout the year. The biggest threats towards the New Forest are climate change. We're in a climate emergency at the minute, and we're really noticing that with the decline in our bird species and species in general. Also the pressures of recreation, so the impact of people coming to the national park. We want people to come because we want people to enjoy it, but it's finding that balance between having people come and being able to protect the wildlife, which is why we try and encourage people to follow our New Forest Code, which is just 9 simple steps on how they can help protect it. Very good question. So the New Forest is extremely special because of a number of different reasons. We've got a huge historical practices that date back sort of 1,000 years from William the Conqueror, and they're brought right through to today, and they're honoured and still able to be practiced. So we've got our free roaming livestock, we've got ponies, cows and donkeys, and they really shape the national park and the landscape and create the amazing heathland and woodlands that you see around you that contain such special wildlife.
It's clear to see what action needs to be taken. The sustainable way of living isn't a movement, it's an action that needs to take place if we want to maintain the history of nature. Without the habitats, environments, and mainly animals and plants themselves, we won't be living in a beautiful and fresh landscape. We know that action needs to happen now. Without action, there won't be any nature.
Yes, very good question. So I think young people are the future of the planet, that they're going to take on the responsibility of preserving it, and I think there's an amazing passion within the younger generation. I think they're really aware of what they need to do and the responsibility that we have, and I think they're doing a lot, and they're sort of paving the way and making the older generation listen, and I think it's really inspiring, and it definitely inspires me to have that drive to do what I can to help protect it. So I think young people in the New Forest, when you want to live sustainably, it can be quite hard. I think the rising cost of living has a big impact on the choices that you make. But things you can do to help protect the New Forest and protect the planet are eat locally. Only eat meat a couple of times a week, and when you do eat meat, make sure it's locally sourced. You can reduce your plastic waste and recycle a lot more, and when you're out and about, instead of buying plastic bottles, you can bring a water bottle with you, and a lot of the places in the New Forest have a free refill station that you can refill from, so it saves you buying that plastic bottle.
Learning from an expert's perspective will really help to make an impact and help towards a brighter and cleaner future. With the help of you and everyone around you, preserve the habitats and nature within the New Forest.